The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, Ron here at AbleSys. Welcome to the webinar. And we'll go over the charts and look at the recent signals and show you what we should be looking for on the charts as far as buys and sells and stops. And there's a little bit of flexibility in how to use it. I mean, not everyone has the exact same style or risk tolerance. So sometimes you can adjust it just slightly to whatever works best for you, your comfort level. It's not like, well, this is the only thing that works and that's it. No, it's not like that at all. You can, tweak it a little bit. There's a few little things, especially regarding stops, which maybe you're a little more comfortable with. For example, and I'll go over that actually when we get into the more so for the day trading. The longer term, swing and position trading stocks and ETFs, which works great with AbleTrend, that's pretty much always the same. We're just looking for triple confirmation. We want the blue bar. We want a blue support dot underneath it to block it from going lower. And of course, we want an arrow, which is a daily buy signal. So we've had the daily buy signals, and this is Exxon Mobil. We've had this one for, from like a couple of months now. So we're just looking for the buy signal, which would have been here, which would have been right over here. And at the close of that bar, this is a 130-minute daily combination. Okay, so this is more for a swing trade. But, you see about 2 weeks ago, a nice AbleTrend buy signal at 44. We're over 50. So for an option trader, I mean, that's a great trader. That's a big winner. But as long as it stays above the blue dots, you're safe. And that's true for day trading or end-of-day trading. This gives us the comfort that we're okay. You can stay in it. So, we're definitely in an uptrend because everything is blue. You got blue daily signals, you got blue 130-minute, and of course you got blue bars. So stop is going to go at the second lower row of blue dots below the price. Second lower row. It's always best to put your stop under the dots, whether you're day trading or swing trading, because it gives us some protection. Like, you can see here, I mean, it comes down, hits the dot, and, bounces off it, it goes up. Same thing over here, hits the dot, bounces off it, it goes up. I wouldn't exit this trade until the bar closed under the second row of blue dots. Because the market's in such a strong uptrend, let's take advantage of that. Let's put our stops a little further away, give it more room to breathe. Of course, there's going to be some down days, but I mean, it seems like there's one down day and there's 9 up days. So let's just take advantage of that, which the market clearly goes up, many more days than it goes down. I mean, that's not even close. I mean, that's really been one way since March, since the, kind of like the crash in March. It's just been going one way the whole time. One down days, great time. Those are great places to buy on down days. Here's a classic no trade zone. When you have red resistance above, that means the price is going to have there's going to be selling at the red dots. And there's always going to be buying at the blue dots and the blue arrows. That's what support and resistance means. Maybe I take that for granted, but I'll simplify that. I take for granted that everybody knows that already. That's why I use the arrows to show. Blue dots and blue arrows means buying is going to come in at those points. That's called support. It's like there's a roadblock there that's going to block it from going lower. Red dots and red arrows means resistance. What that means is that there'll be selling coming in at those places. So that's why it hits the red dot, goes down. Hits the blue dots and the blue arrows, goes up. That's why that works that way. And AbleTrend's algorithms are so accurate to tell us where are these roadblocks in the market. That gives us such a huge advantage knowing this. That's why we get in it and at such opportune times, because it's going to tell us where support and resistance is. And you can see here, I mean, that's a huge winning trade right there. So really good stuff right there. Okay, let's jump into the trend trading chart. This is for someone who's got a lot more risk tolerance, meaning your ups and downs don't really, don't get to you that easily. And you're going to, so there's more risk in the trades because obviously intraday, it's up and down every minute of the day. And this is the mini NASDAQ 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute combination. I feel like a little calmer, a little chart, not as up and down, not as volatile. Then I would suggest a Russell. second best. It's a really good one. And then maybe like the ES, third of the three if you're day trading mini futures. But you got some, you're going to get much bigger profits if you trade this chart and have the ability to stay in the trades. Okay, we start off here in just one big gigantic no trade zone. You've got red arrows above. Remember, that means there's going to be selling coming in at that point. That's resistance. It's kind of like a roadblock, It's just like an invisible roadblock that AbleTrend algorithm can see for us. I mean, look how accurate the dots are here. Prices hit the dot 4 or 5 times, bounced off, and it went up. It's like, how did AbleTrend know that? You guys put the dots in here 15 minutes before that even happened. Well, that's why it's such a well-liked program. Same thing with the arrows. Clearly, there really was support here 5, 6, 7 times. The prices went right in this area, just bounced off it and went back up again. Couldn't close under these arrows. That's why we use open high-low close bars, because you got to know where the close is. It's so important with AbleTrend. You got to know where these price bars close. Not one bar closed under the blue dot. Not once. Not once did it close under the arrows. Use this in your advantage. Not once here. Hits it twice, goes up. Hits it 3 times, goes up. It's frightening how accurate these dots and arrows are. That's the basis and why it works so well. Use this really inside information that only AbleTrend algorithm can tell us, because nobody else has this but AbleTrend. Let's use this to our advantage. So you want to always look for triple blue. Triple blue means 3 time frames are in agreement. Now, that's way above the dots. So it's perfectly fine to put your stop loss, a point or two under the lower of the triple confirmation bar. I would just wait for it to pull back to support. That's always a lower risk place to get in, because the prices, look, they get way above the blue dot, pull back. Way above the blue dot, a couple of minutes later, comes right back to the dot. Sometimes it'll last a little longer, but eventually it comes back to the dots. So these would be great sweet spots to get in if you missed, if you wanted to get in. Now, it's even lower risk if it's blue. I mean, if it's blue, that's like a back up the truck trade. That's just extremely low risk. That's a fantastic low risk trade. Now, they'll be losing trades, even with those, guaranteed. There's no perfect system, that I can guarantee you. But let's just use it to our advantage. There's no reason not to. We already have it, right? Anybody in the room here has the software, so let's just use it the best way we can. That's why I do these webinars. I do it twice a week. I do 100 of them a year for 15 years. I'm only doing it to be helpful. Everybody has the software already, just trying to be helpful. And I'm always glad to help during the day. You can call or email anytime too. Very into what I do, and I want to be helpful. So obviously you got a very nice uptrend here. Now, once you're in profit, I repeat, once you're in profit of at least 10 points on NQ, 2 points on ES or RTY, and you get green, 2 greens in a row, move the stop from here, the second lower row of blue dots, just move it a little closer to right there. 2 points under the lower of the 2 green bars. 1 point, 2 points, it's all the same. I'm not going to get technical over nickels and dimes here. And then so you stop that right there. But you got a nice winning trade. Go by the dots. If nothing else you see on the chart, just look at the dots. Blue dots came in. Hey, the prices did go up. Red dots first came in. Hey, yeah, the prices went down a lot. Wow. There's a perfect triple confirmation sell signal. 1 minute sell signal, 2 minute sell signal, 3 minute sell signal. It just doesn't get any lower risk than that. It just doesn't get any clearer and more obvious that the odds are greatly stacked in our favor. We're going lower. And boy, did it this one. This was a huge winning trade right here. There's our 2 greens after we're in profit of at least 10 points. So we're stopped out right there, we'd be ticked out. But from here where we got into here, that's a nice little 20-point winner. That's a $400 bill that AbleTrend gave to me, to you, and everybody who has AbleTrend and is disciplined enough to do what it says. That's sometimes the hardest part. You say, okay, well, yeah, that's a great trade. Yeah, that's terrific. Wow, it's 400. When do I get back in? Here's your sweet spot. Red bar, red dot, red 2 minute, red 3 minute. It's just a again, a massive amount of odds stacked in our favor. The algorithms are screaming at us to short it right here. That's the first sweet spot also. The first sweet spot's always your best one. Keep it, if you want to keep it simple, just use the first one. That's the lowest risk. You say, well, technically you have another one here. I know the bars are green, but that would certainly be a sweet spot. Yes, it would, but it's the second one. You can do the second one if you really, really want to. I only suggest the first one, which is right there. So we're back in again there. There's our 2 greens after we're 10 points in profit. We put the stop a little bit above that, never hit it. Great, it's going lower. 2 greens here, stop goes a point or 2 above it, never hit it. Same thing here. 2 greens here. Finally we would have been ticked out right there. At 72, we got short at the sweet spot here at 85. We picked up another 13 points. It's $20 per point for just one contract. It's another $260. So we picked up 400 here, 260 there, picked up another couple of hundred over here. I mean, great start today, 3 for 3. We're up like 900 per one contract traded. It's good stuff. I'll put this up against any other indicator out there or anybody else's performance. I'll bet on AbleTrend. Another triple confirmation. The next trade is right there. There's the 2 greens. Stop goes a point above, point or 2 above. Right there, we're stopped out eventually 3-4 minutes later. We picked up another 15 points. It's another 300 on top of the 900. We were plus 900 going into this trade. Here's the buy signal, triple confirmation. There's 2 greens. We pick up exactly 10 points. It's another 200. This is some good stuff here now. There's a sweet spot. You can re-enter the trade. We lost 5 points on because the bar turned to red right there. So I think you get the picture. It got a little choppy toward the end, in the middle over here. Definitely was a little choppy because I point that out too. I'm not cherry picking. No, don't want that done to me, so I'm not going to do that to someone else. Losing trade here. 10 points, we'll call that. It's not quite 10. I'm going to stretch it to 10. But then we had another really good trade right here. And I love the last couple hours of trading. To me, the first 2 hours and the last 2 hours, are the best. Now, it doesn't mean in the middle of the day, like today, we had a great trade too. I'm just saying most days. You can't say every day. It's ridiculous. Most days. And if you're going to trade after hours, like pre-market or overnight, then I wouldn't even use a 1, 2, 3 chart. I'd use a 3-minute, 9-minute, 3-minute, 9-minute for non-U.S. session hour. And the U.S. session is obviously 9:30 to 4 o'clock Eastern time. So wherever you are in the world, 9:30 to 4 is the U.S. session. That's the chart we use for the 1, 2, 3 chart here. And then we had another really big winning trade right there. Red bar, red 1 minute, red 2 minute, red 3 minute. There's our 2 greens, stopped out there. We pick up another 15 points. It's another $300. So it was a big winning day today. And I congratulate all the AbleTrend traders, disciplined AbleTrend traders who follow it and use it and are taking advantage of how good it's been. This is the scalp chart. Again, only between 9:30 and 4 o'clock Eastern time. I'm East Coast time. So everybody around the world somewhere different in this webinar, just adjust it to whatever time zone you're in. Same thing, no matter where you are. I'm going to show you the E-mini Russell. The E-mini Russell's been actually better the past couple of weeks on the scalp chart. Nothing wrong with an NQ. I'm just saying that E-mini Russell, we only go for 1 point, by the way, instead of 5 points target. But it's just been a little bit more profitable. If I can suggest something that's going to make us more money, well, that's exactly what I'm here for. That's exactly what I want to do for everyone, is to suggest something that's working a little better at the moment. So we're just scrolling back here to the beginning of the day. Obviously, we have just a fantastic uptrend. This is IWM, same thing as the Russell. I've been showing that to you for the swing traders. Boy, they're killing them with the AbleTrend signals on IWM. However, scalp chart is a simple chart. You don't need triple confirmation. It's such an easy chart, and it's so low risk. You're only in the market a minute or two. It's simple rules. It hits the blue dot and closes above the blue dot. It's a trade. That's all it is. There's nothing more than that. So here we hit the blue dot, closes above it, and it went up like 15 points, but we only need 1 point trading the RTY, which is $50. 1 point in RTY is $50. Hits the blue dot again here, bounces off of it, up we go. Okay, hits the arrow or in between the arrow. The arrow is the 3-minute support point. Again, when you hit blue, that means buying's going to come in. So if it hits blue, and as long as it doesn't close under it and it closes above it, that's a great place to buy. That's why the scalp chart works so well. It's the same theory as I showed you on the other chart. Blue dots means buying is going to come in when the price hits that dot. Red dots means selling is going to come in, or red arrows or dots, either one. Anything red means sell. That's why the software for 25 years on the website, they've been saying sell on red, buy on blue. So if it hits a blue dot or a blue arrow, you buy it, as long as it doesn't close under that. It has to close above it. Same thing if it hits red, we sell on red. And again, here, hits the red dot, closes under it, goes down 1 point, $50 winner. Hits the blue arrow, closes above it, $50 winner again. These price bars close under the arrow, no trade. No trade along the way. Now you have a blue and red right on top of each other. Leave that alone. Don't even go near that. Hits the blue dot. Either one of these hit the blue dot, close above it. 3 minutes later, you got your $50 again. Hits the blue dot, closes above it. 1 minute later, another $50. 1 point is all we need in the Russell. It's a lot slower moving. Again, hits the blue dot, closes above it. 1 minute later, another $50. It was just like having an ATM machine here today. Losing trade here. Stop goes 1 point under the blue dot. So there it goes. We'd have lost 50 on that trade. Hits the red dot, closes a point under it. A couple of minutes later, we get our point right there. Another 50. We're just banging $50 bills out all day. It was crazy. Losing trade here. Hits the red dot, closes under it. A minute later, we lose a point. Let's call it 2 points. Hits the red arrow, closes under it. That's a sell signal. Winner, $50. Hits the red arrow again, closes under it. Sell signal. Winner again. Hits the red arrow here again, closes under it. Hits the blue dot. That means we're going to buy it. Didn't get to the point. Got to half a point. Didn't quite get to a point. We lost 2 points on that trade. Hits the arrow here, closes under it. 2 minutes later, 3 minutes later, right here, we pick up a point. Another winner. So you get the picture. Don't need to go through every one of these, but you can see here, just looking ahead, winner, $50, winner, $50, winner, $50, winner, winner. It's got to be a losing trade in here. Yeah, here's a losing trade because that closed under the red dot, and then a minute later went over it. So there's a losing trade. Another winner there, hits the blue dot, goes up. See how it hits these blue dots? It means buying's coming in. A minute later, another 50, another 50, another 50. Just an unbelievable day today. Hits the arrow, went down. See, red means sell, blue means buy. Whether it's a dot, an arrow, anything on the scalp chart. This is a different algorithm than the 1, 2, 3 trend chart, which is what I'm showing here, and which I already went over. This is a different algorithm. So you have to have the specific algorithm for this chart only. And all the charts are all in your all in the workspaces. You go File, Open Workspaces. We've got all the charts made up for you. Whether you use our platform or even NinjaTrader, they're all in there for you. Okay, a couple quick questions. Is there a category that corresponds to the new blue or red dot? Yes, Jack, I've mentioned that. Today's buy-sell signals for tomorrow's trading in WinTick. Today's buy-sell signals for tomorrow's trading in WinTick. You're welcome, Deborah. Steve, good trending day on RTY too. He made 28 points at $50 a point. That's a sweet day. It's like 1,500. Good job, Steve. You're doing a great job, my friend. Thanks everyone for being here. I hope I was helpful. Have a good night and stay safe.